Speak into the atmosphere. Speak your word into the atmosphere. Speak into the atmosphere. That's the way things happen. Just speak into the atmosphere. Speak into the atmosphere. Speak your word into the atmosphere. Speak into the atmosphere. If you're a little shy, don't worry about it. Just say it softly. But speak, 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 oh, speak, speak, speak your word, speak your word, speak, 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 declare it, 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 declare your word, declare your word, oh, declare it, declare it, declare it, declare it, say it's mine, 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 what's yours is yours, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, I can take it, it's mine, I can make it, it's mine, say yes, yes, say yes, yes, say yes, 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 yes to your yes, all your yes, say yes, yes, say yes, yes, speak, 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 speak your love, speak your love, speak, 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 speak your word, speak your word, speak into the atmosphere, into the atmosphere, oh, speak into the atmosphere, speak into the atmosphere, speak your word into the atmosphere, speak into the atmosphere, speak into the atmosphere, speak into the atmosphere, I shall have.
What comes from the heart reaches the heart. Good morning and welcome to our Heartstream Live for this Sunday, August the 29th, 2021. I'm so glad to see you this morning. It's a wonderful day, a great Sunday, another opportunity for us as Open Heart to come together virtually and to send this message out. I'm excited about what we have in store for you today. I do want to say that this coming next Sunday, September the 5th, we will not have our Heartstream Live. I'm going to be honest, I just need a break. These Heartstreams are a labor of love, but they do require work for me to put them together. There are other people that contribute, such as Jason Tejada and the Voices from the Heart, but a lot of what goes into putting this together, it takes some time and energy. And with that being a holiday weekend, I just thought it would be a good time for me to make it a true holiday. So we will be back on September the 12th, and we have on our YouTube channel over 200 videos from the past that you can watch for next Sunday, and I hope that you will join us on the 12th. And may you have an awesome, godnificent day. I greet you. I bless you. I see God in you.
Will you join me as we turn within There is one power, one presence, one life, and that power and that presence and that life is our life now. That presence is abundant. We are abundant. That presence is limitless. We are unlimited, and that presence is eternal, and we are eternal. And as we step into the truth of our foreverness, we then in this moment relax and make room for all that Spirit has planned for this celebration. For we know that it is blessed and a blessing, that all who tune in now and later will feel the energy and love and light of this great spiritual center, that their lives will be blessed with hope, with joy and love and light for having come across this way. And for everyone who has participated, the divine within them will shine and shine. And as the message is brought this day, we have ears to hear and feet to act. We know that what happens during this sacred time is life-giving, love-fulfilling, and joyful. And so it is.
Our purpose statement. Our purpose is to create a spiritual community which recognizes that there is one presence and one power in the universe, God. Daily, we actively practice this spiritual truth. We open our heart space to each person to acknowledge one another as expressions of God. It is in each other that we see God.
Today's a new day, but where are my blue skies? Where is the love and the joy that was promised? You tell me it's alright. I almost gave up, but a power that I can't explain fell from heaven like a shower now. Nothing but clouds and it's dark in my heart and it feels like a cold night. Today's a new day, but tell me where are my blue skies? Where is the love and the joy that was promised? You tell me it's alright. I almost gave up, but a power that I can't explain fell from heaven like a shower now. I smile, even though my mercy I smile. I know God's working, so I smile. Even though I've been here for a while, I smile. always better when you always remember. You look always better when you smile. Almost gave up, but a power that I can't explain. Fell from heaven like a shower now. Right now, I smile. Even though it hurts me, I smile. I know God is working, so I smile. Even though I've been here for a while, I smile, smile. It's so hard to look up when you're down. Sure would hate to see you here from now. You look so much better when you smile, so smile. You look so much better when you 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 smile.
I just don't want you to be happy. I think you gotta have something happy. I want you to have joy, cause can't nobody take that from you. I see you.
Yeah, that's an acquired experience.
I'm ready. The past cannot limit me. The present cannot confound me, and the future cannot cause me to fear. God in me, acting through me, is my guarantee of success.
Hello, Open Heart family. I hope everyone is doing well, healthy, and happy. Today I'm going to be doing the affirmative reading from Creative Mind by Ernest Holmes. So I've actually had this book for about 5 or 6 years and I've never read it, which is a pretty common theme for me. I collect books and I can read them. So I eventually will get to it. And after reading this introduction and seeing that whoever owned it previously highlighted almost every single page, I think I'll give it a read. And it's pretty short, I think it's less than 100 pages, so I should get to this. But yeah, I'm gonna be reading the introduction to this because after I sat down and read it, it just seemed so perfect for the times that we're in right now. The hand of eternal progress is brushing the cobwebs from the corridors of time and is again revealing to the human race the mysteries of being. As there is nothing new under the sun, the searchlight of truth is bringing to light only what has been known to the few in all generations. The time has now come when the few must become the many. The whole world, from the least to the greatest, must know the truth, so that man may understand the great laws that govern his life. He must learn to control his own destiny, to heal his own body, and bring happiness to his own soul. Ignorance must vanish, and understanding must be ushered in. Man is no longer to be governed by anything outside himself. Creeds, doctrines, churches, institutions, organizations, governments are all being changed to give place to the realization of the individual. There is a power in and through all that is working this great transformation. All that will not measure up to the standard must fall by its own weight. All that is in line with the truth must still prosper. The time is at hand. We are in the greatest age of all history. We are in the age of the unifying of all people and all things into the ever-present one. The temple not made with hands is now being silently built by the emancipated souls of this planet. This little book is an attempt to explain what each soul must discover for himself, that he stands in the midst of an eternal creative power which presses itself around his own thought and casts back to him glorified all that he thinks. If it awakens within the consciousness of one single individual the realization that the mind of the universe, which is the only mind that there is his own mind, that the creative power of this mind is his also, that the manifestation of this mind is his own individuality, that the love and power and peace of this mind is within himself, it will not be written in vain. May it then do much in simplifying and bringing to light some of the deeper mysteries and meanings of life. And so it is.
Good morning. These are your announcements. Your voice is needed to help make the new Casa Library Performance Space recording and podcast studios a place for you to thrive. The Casa Library invites you to join in a facilitated artist input session led by artists from the Center for Transforming Communities. Choose from one of 3 online focus groups. A $25 gift card for your participation is being offered. The sessions are August 31st, 10 to 11:30 a.m., September 1st, 6 to 7:30 p.m., and September 4th, 10 to 11:30 a.m. You can find the link to sign up for this event at our website, ohsc901.com. We will not have a Heartstream live on Sunday, September the 5th, but we'll be back on the 12th. But remember, we have plenty of videos on our YouTube channel that you can see from the past. There are over 200 videos that you are free to watch if you're going to miss us on next week. And I will miss you. We're grateful to those that are participating in our Treat Yourself to Life class, and we look forward to seeing you on this Thursday. Hey you. Yes, you. Do you love to sing? Well, our Voices from the Heart musical group is looking for you. It's your opportunity to join us in the music that we provide each week through your voice, through your love of singing. If you're interested, please contact me so that we can make you a part of this wonderful group and the wonderful music that we provide each and every week.
Today is a day like no other day. Just think and you'll know that it's true. Days like today should be holidays. So I'm singing this message to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Just have a happy day.
At Open Heart, we believe in the power of affirmative prayer or spiritual mind treatment, a treatment for those who are on our prayer list and beyond. A power is in you right now in this instant waiting to be released into the creative action, which is your natural birthright, whether it's your own health, your relations with other people, or your own work. All the love there is in the world is in you and around you at this instant. It is waiting only for the release that comes through your active awareness of it. All the health there is in the world is yours at this instant. It is waiting only for the revelation of the perfect person covered by the ailing person. All the riches you need in the world are yours at this instant. They await only your acceptance. The creative drive you have always had is now in action. It is calling and waiting for you to let it out into the world, to let it shine before a world that will receive you with love, warmth, and joy, since you and the creation are one, inseparable and eternal. And so it is. Thank you, Judy, for your affirmative reading today. And we invite others to contribute yours by emailing it to jgilmore@openheartspiritual.org. Our daily affirmative prayer call takes place each and every morning at 8 a.m. Central Time. Dial in as one of our prayer team members shares an inspirational reading and then prays for you, all in about 7 minutes. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am richly blessed, creating a greater and greater flow. Thank you for all of the support that you provide for us through your conscious giving. You can do so through a number of methods. We have our Cash App. You can use our cash tag OHSC901 to donate. You can also go online to our website at ohsc901.com and make your contribution there. Or you can do the text to give by texting the word give to 615-422-4292. Thank you for all of the ways in which you support Open Heart. Thank you for your financial gifts.
I believe.
join me.
Now, if you would join me as we take a moment to turn within in this centering moment. Let us just take a deep breath in and out. And let us have a few seconds of the crystal bowl to center us. Let us again, just in this moment, be centered, feeling our bottom in our seat, our hands in our laps, our feet on the ground, and being present in this moment, centered, aware, and ready. And so it is. Good morning, family. Namaste. And so good to see all of you. It's good to be here. I love you all. So our August theme is I'm Ready. And my talk title today is The Importance of Being Earnest. So no, this is not a message about the play by Oscar Wilde that became a movie about two men who were trying to escape their real life, so they changed their name to Ernest and then tried to find women who love men named Ernest, which sounds very crazy. But that's not what this is about. This is sort of part 2 of my talk from earlier in this month. I could have titled it Unapologetically New Thought 2 or The Gospel of New Thought According to Ernest Holmes, but I just went with The Importance of Being Earnest. And I am convinced more than ever that this world is in an upheaval of transition and transmutation and transformation. And the reason I say that is people have more information than ever, and yet they're still confused about spirituality. They're still confused about God. They have facts. If you watch TikTok, people are saying a bunch of theological stuff. I think John or anybody who graduated from seminary, but like, you're right, but you need to look at the bigger context. But there's a deconstruction happening of religion, of Christianity, of fear-based theology. And people are hungry for a real touch, an authentic aspect of God. And I feel that as new thought, of course it's new thought, ancient wisdom, that this concept of that we have a philosophy of a oneness, of laws that govern this universe, and that if you use those laws, work to our great advantage, is something that the world is hungry for, and that we can be the midwives as this world is transforming and transmuting and transitioning, that we can be the midwives to a miraculous new birth. And the tools that we'll use today, or the tools that I'm offering as midwives, are the tools that are a part of our new thought legacy, our lexicon, our dictionary. And let's ask Ernest, what are we looking for? The importance of being earnest. So the foundation, of course, is that the divinity that most people are looking for outside of themselves is within us and available to us to use and embody. I love this quote by Ernest Holmes. I've used it in several messages, but the truth of it is the truth. The great spiritual geniuses, whether Moses, Buddha, Plato, Socrates, Master Teacher Jesus, or Emerson, have taught us to look within ourselves to find God. That again, that is the difference between a God outside, a theology that's outside, but that the divine that we are looking for is within us, as close as our breath, as close as our hands and our feet. To realize that God is ever present and available is to know the wisdom and intelligence and the power of the universe right where we are in this space, where you're sitting right now, or if you're still in bed sleeping while you're watching this message, where you are, who you are, as you are within you is God, the divine energy. And knowing that then gives us the capacity to live, move, and have our being in a way that can bring birth and give life to a world that is hungry for an authentic connection and understanding with that very divine energy. And so the invitation of being, to me, of being unapologetically New Thought is to live that way consistently and consciously on a daily basis. And the way that we do that, or I am presenting the way that we do that, is through right thought, right action, and right self-expression. And that is divine thought, divine action, and divine self-expression, for the divine is you, is me, is we, and we are one. So our initial right thought is understanding the power of our thoughts. Few people realize that the law of thought is the great reality, that thoughts produce things. When we come to understand this power of thought, we will carefully watch our thinking to see that no thought enters that we do not want made into a thing. Let us fill the atmosphere of our homes and our places of business with streams of positive light. Now this isn't happy thoughts, right? But it's positive thoughts that even in the worst circumstances, doctors throwing the C word at you, or hospice at you, right? The thought is, I honor your medical training and your understanding, and thank you for your diagnosis, and I will move along the path of that diagnosis, but my thoughts know that divine, excellent health is mine right now, and that's my prognosis. And so I operate from that prognosis, and I conjoin them with your diagnosis. But life is mine in any and every circumstance. And so when it says that thoughts are things, we're thinking of like this great shirt that my wife gave me for my birthday, or the cars, or a house, or money. But if you have toxic thoughts, if I have toxic thoughts, then that toxicity becomes a thing in relationships, in how we deal with our money. And I'm not worthy, and I'm not worthy of love. So that becomes a thing in how people interact with you, how you interact with yourself. And so it's not just stuff, but it's the culmination, the inviting of that energy. Our thoughts are so important, and it's time for us as people of the divine energy, of an understanding that God is everywhere. There's no spot where God is not. So where you are, where I am, where we are, is God. And then to understand that as God, that's as God said, let there be, right? In the Christian narrative, as well as in the Enuma Elish. When Marduk starts creating, it's by speaking that what comes out of our mouth began as a thought in here. And so the thinking, so our mouths are saying negative and toxic stuff, it's just the thoughts coming out. And that negative and toxic stuff will become things. But we want to do, as Ernest Holmes said, let us fill the atmosphere of our homes and our business and our hearts with streams of positive thoughts. So right thought, right action. Nike and Yoda both said it best. Nike says, just do it. Yoda says, do not try, do. Ernest Holmes says, stop trying, stop struggling. Begin to be calm, to trust in the higher laws of life. Even though you do not see them, they are there. How many of us had had the chance to bring life into this world through our bodies when we, first got that word, didn't feel anything, nothing seemed different, but bit by bit things change. When you plant something outside or in your house, the next day it's not sprouting, it's still there. The work is still there. And so the wise way, the God action, is to act knowing that everything is working for our good. To act knowing that that is for my highest good, that this is for my abundance, that this is for my prosperity, that this is for my health. To act from that place, even if the circumstances or the world consciousness or mass consciousness is in agreement with that. We are in the world, but not of it. Our world is a world of connection with the divine. Thoughts filled with positivity of knowing goodness and light is within us, and we act on that. Not, let me try to be kind, let me try to have positive thoughts, let me try to believe. No, I am a radiant light of God. I am God in expression. I know it, and so when I walk into any circumstance, That is what's with me. Or I love this verse. It says, we should believe, act in love, that God is the invisible partner in our lives, and affirm that divine love goes before us and prepares the way. So when we act in love, say, well, they weren't loving towards me. When we act in love, the right action is on us. Right action is on us in our families, in our communications, on the phone with people, in the store with people, in our own thoughts. Act in love, knowing that love, love, so powerful. And God in action is love. Remember to act in this way. God isn't out there. God isn't in John alone, or whoever's in ministry you watch on TV, or Ernest Holmes, he was connected with the Lord, but I'm just some regular. No, God is in all of us, and we are God in action. All the power of the universe is with you and is with me. Feel it, know it, and then act as though it were true. Right action is being bold enough to say, I'm all that in a bag of chips, because when I look at the Grand Canyon, when I look at the sun, when I look at the moon, when I look at flowers, when I laugh and when I feel good, all of that is God and all of that is me. So I bring all of that to any and every situation where I go, where you go, where we go. Right self-expression. To understand that as we stand on that firm foundation, that God is in, as, and through us, and there's no spot where God is not, and we're going to get our thoughts right, a positive stream of thoughts filled with the truth and the knowledge and the consciousness of our oneness with God, and then we then act on that. We then express ourselves in this truth, that we are limitless. All limitations, says Ernest Holmes, are self-imposed. We are limitless. We are abundant. We must be convinced that abundance is the natural state of the universe. To experience and accept abundance in our life, we must be convinced that as we conceive and believe, the universe handles the details. Look at Master Teacher Jesus said it best. The lilies in the field and the flowers and the birds and the bees, they're not worrying about stuff because they know that it is the givingness of the universe. It's sown into everything. It's us that needs to remember that we are limitless, that we are abundant, and that the universe handles the details. And that, again, to express our gratitude in everything, give thanks. For this is how God acts with that divine eye, even the worst circumstance. What's going to separate us from people who are not connected with this philosophy, are not looking to grow and evolve spiritually, and those of us who are? Who's sweaty? That we can give thanks in any and every circumstance. Gratitude is one of the chief graces of human existence and is crowned in heaven with the consciousness of unity. Be grateful. Be grateful. And lastly, to remember that we are spiritual beings. Each one of us is an outlet to God and an inlet to God. And that spirituality, one of the things that used to bother me as a minister is when someone, I haven't seen them in church a long time. My son and I are going to court the next day. Really? You gonna come to the church the day before you go to court, but you don't show up? That spirituality isn't something we can give or take. If you and I are inlets and outlets of God, that means whether we are aware of it or not, how we act, how we talk, who we be, and how we is, we are expressing and allowing either a little bit of God or a lot of God in. And then we're either giving out a little bit of God or giving out a lot of God. Spirituality is the essence of our lives, of who we are. And when we stand on that firm foundation that God is in, as, and through us, and that we're going to act, we're going to have right thought, right action, and right self-expression, we then know that the spiritual aspect of ourselves is the truth of who we are. And just as we feed this beautiful physical body and feed our minds, that we will prioritize feeding our spirit and then taking that message through our lives into the world. Ernest Holmes says it's best. We can do no more without spirituality than we can do without food, shelter, and clothing. It is good to be earnest, and it's good to be in that mindset of what he has laid down in the foundations of our new thought, philosophy, and way of being. The presence of God is you and I. And when we connect to that and fill our thoughts with that truth, it will come out through our actions, and the way we express ourselves and our spirituality becomes the truth of who we are. And we then become the midwives of change, transmutation, and transformation in this world that is hungry for the love and light of the divine. Have a beautiful and blessed day.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, gotta let it go. Gotta let it all go. Are you listening? You got to let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I am free in the Spirit. Do you want to be free? Then let me hear you say yes. Yes, I'm only here for God. I know.
need to escalate. War is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find to bring some love in here today. Picket lines, sister, and picket signs, sister. Don't punish me, sister, with a brutality, sister. Come on, talk to me, sister, so you can see, sister. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Tell me what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Everybody thinks we're wrong. Oh, but who are they to judge us? Simply because our hair is long, you know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today, yeah. Picket lines, sister, and picket signs, sister. Don't punish me, sister, with brutality, sister. Come on, talk to me, sister, so you can see what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. Tell me what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. Right on. Mercy, mercy me. What's going on? Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy.